for the technicians out there, try to like at least touch. Make sure it ain't live. Make sure ain't nobody did nothing. Because a lot of technicians too in companies, they would do that in the hood too, to keep from a AC from getting stolen. So if somebody try to pick it up, I guess if it ain't grounded, they get electrocuted.
Well, I mean, even if like a wire decides to come loose, I mean, you know, after all that heat, those wires get soft and they just slowly come out and can touch the casing of a compressor or a condensing unit. So this one particular time, I didn't particularly find him, but I was in the vicinity where they found him. But he was he was going around the system, you know, trying to check, make sure all the components was together or whatnot. But there was some water right next to his foot, so he had his foot in the water and touched the casing of the condensing unit. Instead of touching it like we were supposed to, he touched like this and it sucked him in.
Sucked him in.
And she called everybody trying to find him, and come to find out he was on top of a roof. That's why we don't do heating and cooling on roof at night.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Because there's so many safety issues with that there, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, and we try not to work on them either when it's lightning and thundering outside either. So, it's a lot of jobs I have, and I'll be like, you know what, I'm going to have to come back out maybe tomorrow when it stops raining. Oh, why? I missed tomorrow because I don't want to die, basically.
Yeah, seriously.
What happens if I get struck by lightning by touching on these components or whatnot? I'm fried to death.
Yeah, it's a metal box that's creating a magnetic field around you, so anything that goes on, bow, you right there. Ain't no way in hell I'm going to touch them.
Man.
Yeah.
So what about any bad experiences that you had on a job? I wouldn't say not working for me or whatnot.
It's always been a pleasure working for you.
or any other bad experiences, because I know that was one. And I know that was terrible. When you told me about that, I'm like, man, did I even get into the right business? You told me.
I have plenty of those stories. One of the biggest ones was communication amongst techs, whether you're a maintenance guy or anybody that you're working behind. One of the biggest things is just letting people know what you've done. So I was working out in South Kansas City one time, and my supervisor at the time, I won't name no names. You should remember it if you ever watch YouTube. But anyway, he had been working on his furnace, and he didn't let anybody know or said anything to anybody. So the lady called the office and was like, hey, my furnace still ain't working. So I'm like, okay, well, PJ, can you go over there and check it out? Yeah, go check it out. So I go down there.
Oh, I remember this story.
And I'm like, oh, the pilot light's not working. So I just flipped on the switch, and it's a standing pilot light. So that makes it like a 40 or 55%.
Old school.
Yeah, super old school. So
a lot of gas going through.
Got my candle lighter, I stick it in there, and BAM! The whole furnace just blows up in front of me because it was a crack in the heat exchanger, and nobody let anybody know anything. So like a lot of times that's where I get pet peeve. Hey, just let me know what you did. So you know what I'm saying? I don't have to go back through. And then too, trying to make sure, like when we do our installs and stuff, you know, one thing me and Marcus do, we try to make sure we make it easy enough for the next guy to come behind us and work on it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we've seen it a many times, new construction, old construction, there's no consideration for a tech.
Yeah.
And that blows my mind.
I'm gonna piggyback off that. Like some technicians will like put screws on the inside of the evaporator coil to bolt it down, and then when somebody got to come and fix on it, it takes us forever to figure out what the hell is going on because. Exactly. You know, we looking on things on the outside. I'm like, okay, this is how you take it apart. And they say, no, it doesn't come apart. And they say, you know, it's like screws on the inside. You got to get your saw. You got to cut screws out. They done turned a 4-hour job into almost an 8-hour job because they done hidden screws inside. I've seen one where they put screws inside of the return.
Yeah.
Like they crawled inside. It seemed like they took out the blower motor, crawled inside of the furnace to put screws on the inside, on purpose so whoever goes behind them can't get it loose.